We're starting? All right, let's start. All right. Hey, what's up, leaders? So we just wanted to touch base with you guys on video ahead of time. We're going to try and do this each week, not necessarily always together, but in hopes, the main reason we're doing this is to save time on Wednesdays beforehand. That way, instead of having a long meeting or trying to meet beforehand on a Wednesday, we can just be with students and not leave them alone or not get a chance to talk with them, especially since for some of us, it is hard to get there on time. Not necessarily me and Chandler, but you guys, because you have other jobs and commitments. So we're just gonna go through kind of the plan for Wednesday night and some tips and tasks. Chandler, what are we doing on Wednesday?
This Wednesday is kickoff night, so we're trying to get some new students in and just interact with kids and have a blast. And so we're just gonna first off walk through what the night's gonna look like. So at 5 o'clock, Jared and I will be there starting to set up. So if any of you guys can be there and want to come out and help out, that would be awesome. And then at 5:30, we're gonna have the Inflatables show up and worship's gonna start to practice. And then at 6:30, we'll go ahead and come together and pray together for the night ahead.
Yeah, and then as soon as we're done praying, we'll just go out and greet students. And so just making sure that students check in before they have any food or any fun on any of the stuff. Try and get them checked in. Be with them at the check-in station. Like, try to hang out near the check-in station, at least a couple leaders at each station. It's one, to make sure that junior hires are checking in at the junior high location. High schoolers are checking in at the high school location. And I'm not supposed to be on tips yet. We're just supposed to be going through the schedule, but I don't know how to not do that. So that's 6:35. Just greet, make sure they check in. And then at 7:10 is when we'll start the countdown. So we're going to start the countdown super late. And then 7:15 we'll start. We'll just do announcements, and then we'll go right into worship music. And then the message. Do you want to talk about what we're starting?
Yeah, so we're starting our first series of the school year. It's a series called Lifelines, and we're going to be talking about friendship and what a godly friendship looks like. This first week is about being real in your friendships, and so we're just encouraging students to just to open up with their friends and to be real about what's going on in their life and how Jesus does that for us. So we're going to go through that. And when we finish that up, we're gonna just spend some more time hanging out. We're not gonna go into small groups, just so that we can give students more time to interact, hang out, have fun, and so that we can go out and play and hang out with them too.
That's right. And then parents will pick their kids up at 8:30, and at 8:31 we'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings as leaders.
Yeah, he thinks we're gonna get out of there at 8:30.
Maybe not 8:31, but
maybe 9:01.
Yeah, maybe 9:01 or 9:30 or 10. But if you want to come hang out at Buffalo Wild Wings at the end of the night, come do that. It's on your own dime though, or you don't have to buy anything. You can just come. Water's free. But some things to help with and some tips for Wednesday night is what we're going to get into now. Why don't you start?
Alright, so first off, we're going to do like a Waffle Wednesday, but to do that we need toasters. So if you have a toaster that you are willing to let us use on Wednesday night, that would be much appreciated.
Nobody likes frozen waffles.
No, they're kind of gross.
Yeah.
Break your teeth.
Yeah. So bring your toaster and or toaster oven. Next thing is find your students. Find your students and make sure they're checked in. Greet them, say hello, and then just ask, hey, have you checked in yet? If they say no, walk them over there and show them how to do that.
In addition to finding your students, also find new students. Look for people that you haven't seen before. Make sure you connect with them, make them feel welcome. And then same thing, bring them over to that check-in system and just show them how to get registered. Yeah.
One thing about the check-in too, some students, while they have registered, it's still asking for follow-up information after they check in. So just keep an eye that after they click their name to see if anything pops up, asking for parent email or anything like that. One other thing that we are going to need help with is we will have an interactive art mural. If you were there Sunday, you saw Lauren Betzworth working on it. Basically, there's going to be a heart shape kind of set up that we are going to be having students painting their hands and putting their handprints on that art mural, and then we'll seal it after it's all done, and that'll just be something that's up as a piece of art on the property and for people to take pictures in front of. So if we can get a leader or two over there just helping paint hands and helping out, making sure they don't mess up the mural, but keep it within what we're looking for, that'd be awesome.
And then we've got the inflatables coming in on Wednesday, so we're gonna have a Velcro wall, a double-sized bounce house, and a jousting ring. So if you guys can just kind of be watching and making sure kids aren't being idiots on this, keeping them safe, just making sure, like, Velcro wall, only the people that are actually in the Velcro suits are on that, only 2 people in the jousting ring, and that they're wearing the headgear and all that sort of stuff. That would be awesome.
One other tip, after the message portion of the night, since we're not doing breakout groups, because it is a kickoff night, and we're hoping a lot of students will invite friends who haven't been in a while or who don't come, which reminds me as another tip that we didn't talk about beforehand. Encourage your students this week, reach out to them and encourage them to invite friends. Any way, or their families, parents, whatever contact information you have for students or parents, relay that message, tell them we're gonna have an amazing night, and tell them to invite people to come. And so at the end of the message, just be available and be ready to have conversations with students, whether they're your students or students who haven't been there in a while, or who have never been. Just be present, be available, and be ready to have conversations with any of the students. Since we won't have small groups, that doesn't mean that some students won't want to dialogue about what we're talking about.
Cool. The last thing is, please make sure that you compete against at least one student, either in the Velcro wall if there's some sort of competition you can come up with that, or the jousting ring. And don't go easy on them. Win.
Yeah. Teach them their place. Humility is a life lesson that we want to instill in students. So that's it that we have for Wednesday. Anything? You have anything?
I don't think so. No,
all right,
we're good.
Cool. Chandler's wearing pants today. He says he's been wearing pants for a while, but I don't believe him. You can agree or disagree with me. Maybe I'll add a poll to this video, and you can vote whether or not you think he has been wearing pants lately or not. All right. See you guys Wednesday. If you have any questions, ask Chandler. Bye.
Peace.